If you love walnuts but tend to throw away the shells without a second thought, after watching this video, you won't do that anymore. Walnut shells aren't just waste. They're a natural remedy for a multitude of ailments. Today, we'll detail how to use them for health benefits and more. The renowned healer Dioscorides mentioned the medicinal properties of walnut shells in his writings. It's no surprise, given that they contain as many beneficial substances as the kernels. Their chemical composition includes vitamins A, C, E, and B group, as well as potassium, iodine, zinc, magnesium, and iron. They are also rich in fiber and tannins. The product has a negligible fat and protein content. Thanks to their high concentration of beneficial substances, walnut shells have long been used in both folk and scientific medicine. They are most commonly made into decoctions or added to cosmetic products. Before we move on to the recipes, we'd like to remind you that our channel features many useful videos. To avoid missing new episodes where we share tips on staying healthy and vibrant, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now, let's take a closer look at how to use walnut shells for health purposes. Walnut shells help prevent the spread of harmful microorganisms in the mouth. They also strengthen tooth enamel and effectively remove plaque. To achieve the best results, you need to prepare a decoction. First, pour boiling water over the shells. Use 500 milliliters of water for 15 shells and simmer for 10 minutes on low heat. Second, remove the pot from the heat and strain the liquid using gauze. Third, ensure that the decoction has a rich dark brown color. If not, simmer it a bit longer. Then, soak your toothbrush in the cooled decoction for 10 to 15 minutes. Brush your teeth for 3 to 5 minutes at least once a day, preferably several times. This practice helps remove tartar, prevent cavities, improve gum health, and accelerate the regeneration of damaged mucous membranes. Another significant property of walnut shells is their ability to lower blood pressure due to their high coumarin content. For this, you need to regularly drink a tincture in small amounts. First, add crushed walnut shells to vodka or alcohol. Use 500 milliliters of liquid for the shells of 15 walnuts. Second, let the mixture steep for 2 weeks, ensuring the lid is tightly closed. The room should be cool, and direct sunlight should be avoided. Third, strain the tincture and mix it with water. Use no more than 20 drops per 50 milliliters of water before consumption. This tincture is also beneficial for gynecological conditions such as mastopathy and fibroids. The only thing to consider is the presence of alcohol in the recipe. Since alcohol is contraindicated for many conditions, consult your doctor before using the tincture. Walnut shell ash is very beneficial for the skin. It speeds up wound healing, fights acne, and relieves irritation. It's best to burn the shells on a grill to preserve the maximum amount of beneficial substances. The process takes about 30 minutes, after which the shells can be easily ground into ash. This ash is recommended for use on abrasions, insect bites, and even bald spots. Before use, mix the ash with burdock oil and a small amount of fish oil. This mixture will provide the skin with many beneficial substances and help eliminate dryness. Apply the ointment in circular motions to the affected area. Cover with sterile gauze and leave for 2 hours. Various infusions and decoctions can be helpful for urinary issues. The easiest way is to make a decoction, as described earlier. Simply pour boiling water over the shells and simmer for 10 minutes. Mix it with water, using 1 tablespoon of the decoction per half glass of water, and take it internally. Decoctions made from walnut shells are also beneficial for atherosclerosis. Walnuts contain substances that reduce the amount of bad cholesterol in the body, thereby lowering the risk of thrombosis. Additionally, walnut shells help normalize blood sugar levels, making the decoction suitable for people with type 2 diabetes. Another interesting use of walnut shells is hair dyeing. This can be done in different ways, but the color will always be a rich dark chestnut. Here are the 2 most popular methods. 1. Crush the shells into a powder and extract their juice. Then soak it in alcohol. Use 20 grams of juice per 200 milliliters of alcohol and leave it for 2 hours. This method is highly effective, but the juice obtained from the shells is toxic in large quantities. It can cause irritation or allergies, so use it with caution. 2. If you have unripe walnuts, grind the shells into a powder and add a little water. You should get a fairly thick paste that can be easily applied to a comb. Then, simply comb your hair and leave the paste on for half an hour. 3. You can also regularly rinse your hair with a decoction over 1 to 2 months after washing your hair with shampoo. This way, the color will change gradually, and your hair will become stronger, shinier, and grow better. Walnut shells are also great for scrubs and anti-cellulite treatments. To use them this way, dry the shells and grind them in a coffee grinder. You can use this powder on its own or add it to shower gels. Note that even in this form, the shells can cause serious allergic reactions. If you're unsure how your body will react, first apply a small amount of the powder or ointment to the outside of your elbow. Make sure to wash the skin with soap beforehand. Rinse the area with water after a few minutes. If you have an allergy, symptoms like irritation, redness, and itching should appear within the next 24 hours. If your body has a lot of toxins, you can mix a glass of water with 2 tablespoons of ash and drink it once a day. Because there is a risk of side effects, it's recommended to consult with a doctor beforehand. For itching and hives, soothing decoctions with a high concentration of beneficial substances can be very helpful. We will look at one recipe based on walnut shells. You will need 5 to 6 shells, 15 grams of nettle, fresh or dried, 15 grams of burdock root, chopped, and 5 grams of herbs like lemon balm, mint, sage, basil, and valerian. This amount of ingredients will require 1.5 liters of water. First, add the shells, nettle, and burdock to the water. Simmer for 15 minutes on low heat. Then add the herbs listed at the end. Stir well and simmer for another 10 minutes. Remove from heat and let it cool. When the decoction is warm, strain it using gauze. To relieve hives, drink 1 tablespoon of this remedy twice a day. It's best to do this before meals so that the beneficial substances are absorbed more quickly. Consume the solution for no more than a month at a time. Then take a 2-week break before repeating if necessary. Let us know which recipes you found useful and which you might be skeptical about. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Wishing you good health and a great mood.